Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. It is a lovely day here today in the Ozarks, and this weekend is supposed to be like really warm. I think in the mid 80s by Sunday, so it'd be a nice weekend to probably get out and do some yard work, get some stuff going in the garden. My yard, it's ready for its first mowing. So I'm gonna probably be working on that kind of stuff because it's just that time of the year. I haven't mentioned this in a while. Some of you are gonna complain, but you know what? I stopped worrying about complainers a long time ago because, well, there's just some people that they don't feel like they have anything to do in this world other than complain. Usually it's because they're not doing anything in this world, and that's why they complain. But anyways, if you don't know, some of you may be new to the channel, and I haven't mentioned this in a while. Our local community, our local group here where I live, we have taken on the task of rebuilding a local rural volunteer fire station. This fire station has not been used in years because it was fallen into disrepair. And so we decided to take on the task of rebuilding it and trying to raise the funds because this volunteer fire department doesn't get any tax revenue. They have to raise their own money, and they didn't have the money, so we're raising the money for it and putting the work into rebuilding it. We've gone quite a bit. We gutted the inside of it. We raised some money, and then we got some materials donated to us, and so we've been rebuilding the inside, but we need another push so that we can get the finish work done, because that's kind of where we're at right now, is kind of finishing it out. So if you are interested in helping with that, there'll be a link down in the description and in the comment section. And in that link, it's a Give, Send, Go. Not the GoFundMe, Give, Send, Go. It's a good one. It's a good Christian-owned company. And there's a lot more information. There's some pictures there. You can see what we're doing. And if you feel led to donate, you're more than welcome to, because it's a good cause. The people in this area, they need it. And we've put in a lot of hours so far doing this, and we've got hours more to finish this thing up. And if you're able to, we'd sure appreciate the help. So there's that. I know there's just, I have to make some people mad. All the doom and gloom, can't talk about anything good anymore. So yeah, there's a pretty hot topic today in the news. It's apparently we're getting ready to go to war with Iran. I mean, at first it was just Iran and Israel. Israel strikes Iran, and Iran has been saying for 2 weeks now that they're going to retaliate. And then now all of a sudden, the United States seems to be getting their foot in that door. We've deployed or are resupplying and sending more troops and equipment over there today. We've moved ships around to try to help Israel deflect any missile attacks. Biden is saying that they better not do anything to touch the United States, or we're going to go full on them. And Iran is saying that the United States just needs to stay out of this one, or they're going to get themselves involved also in a big war in the Middle East. Russia test fired an intercontinental ballistic missile today in that region. It was even seen all the way down in Iraq. So, there's just stuff going on. Iran has been moving a bunch of their weapons systems. And about as I am making this video, Hezbollah up in Lebanon has been sending lots and lots of rockets into northern Israel. The suspicion is that this is being done to deplete weapon systems, the Iron Dome and Patriot missile systems that Israel uses to protect itself, or at least get them to the point, soften it up a little bit so that Iran can make its move. So that the suspicion is that Israel is on high alert, telling all of their hospitals and stuff to get ready. The United States military says that they have increased their alert status. We don't know what that is, but that's what is being told. So yeah, it does look like a lot of things are going on with that, and it could be nothing. It's quite possible that Iran actually would try to behave, and I mean, I don't know that they need to. I mean, they were struck first, but they may try not to, hit anything that's critical or anything that would really be justified of, furthering the conflict. There could be an accident, or it just could be some kind of other craziness. Who knows? A false flag. There's all kinds of things that could go wrong with this. So it's probably a good idea to keep prepared, keep on your toes, because my opinion, and that's all it is, and that means nothing, but my opinion is that the United States really wants to be in a war with Iran. They want it, and I think that they're trying to poke their way into this being something bigger. So who knows how bad this is going to get. Also today, another dairy herd, actually several more dairy herds, were found to have the H5N1. Now it's up to 26, I believe, dairy herds in like 8 different states. So that's spreading around. Are we going to start seeing increased prices in milk? Who knows? I don't know. We don't buy store-bought milk, so we buy from a private dairy herd, raw milk. So I don't think it'll affect us, but it could start affecting things. And, who knows? This may be the next big one, the big one that's been talked about, the one that Bill Gates has been warning about. I mean, the CDC has been having meetings with state health departments to get them ready for an H5N1 bird flu outbreak that they say is going to be far worse than the last pandemic. And it would be just perfect if this happened right before an election. Anyways, there's always other stuff going on, and it is the weekend, or at least it's getting close, right? And there's always the chance that things start happening on the weekend. When you're rested and you're doing things and you're not really paying attention to the news. Today, Congress voted to pass or renew the new Warrantless Search FISA Act. It was interesting because there was a clause added to that, or an amendment that they were trying to get added, that required warrants. Now, let me rephrase this. This is that FISA Act that they can spy on you, American citizens. If you don't know that, this has been out for a while, and that they can spy on you, the government, FBI, NSA, all of those, wonderful alphabet soup agencies, can spy on you without warrants. And so this guy in Congress said, you know what, we should put an amendment on that actually requires them to get a warrant. And it was a 50-50 dead even vote. And the Speaker of the House, that one that everyone's been praising as this great conservative guy, that, this new guy that's all super conservative, he actually sided with the left and voted against the warrant requirement. And so it passed and it was renewed. And so, yes, now we have once again, further warrantless searches, warrantless tapping of your phones and your information. The White House actually sent out a memo. I'll try it if I can remember to post it. You probably won't be able to read it because it's too long. You have to pause the video. But anyways, they sent out a memo talking about how the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution is a threat to national security. Yeah. The Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, Bill of Rights, is a threat to the national security. I've been telling you, folks, they don't give two hoots about your rights, about the Constitution, about any of that. They would be just fine with that document being completely destroyed. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to constantly find every little loophole they can, or ways that they can get around it, or ways that they can do it without you even noticing, because they can't stand it. And because they're coming after everybody. They're wanting to know everything about you. They're wanting you to, they're wanting you to be under their thumb, under their big boot, right? And so, as far as I'm concerned, that memo is just more evidence of that. And as far as I'm also concerned, is that's more reason to live the way that we choose to live. which is as far away from government as you can and as self-sufficient from it as you can be, and as little dependent as you can be on government or any system, because, you know, even the free market system of, you know, energy and supply chains and stuff, it's all controlled by government. It's controlled by big corporatist leaders and stuff like that. And so severing your ties with that, I think, is probably one of the best things you can do. I mean, there's other things you need to do. You know, you need to stock up, you need to know how to grow food, you need to know how to defend it. People get aggravated because I don't always mention that. And a lot of times it's just because I think that's common knowledge. You need to be able to defend it. Own the tools and know how to be proficient with them so that you can defend it, and have do training with other people that you know and trust so that you can do it and not be all on your own. These are the kind of things we need to do, because 1984 is going to seem to be a child's play compared to what the people that are running everything want to do. I don't know if you figure that out by now. They want to control every aspect. I think I saw just a couple of weeks ago that Apple filed for a patent, you know, their little ear headsets, whatever they call them. I can't think of them because I'm old. I'm an old man, and I can't think of what they're called. Headset thingies, earphones, whatever, that they can read your mind. Now, there was a video out for a while back with the World Economic Forum, and they were talking about this, that the technology exists, that it can read your brain waves. And so now Apple's filed for a patent to develop this. And so they'll be able to read your brain waves. And they've shown it on these computers that the AI can actually, you know, read your brain waves and very, very accurately detail what your thoughts are. I mean, they've done it with people that are sleeping, you know, your dreams. And so this computer is reading your brain waves while you're dreaming, and then it turns it into a video, basically an image, and then the person wakes up and they tell what they dreamed about, and it's almost identical to what the computer has created. This is the kind of stuff going on. They want to control everything, right down to your DNA. What do you think all of this sticking people in the arms and all that stuff's about? They want to control it all. Control our food, how it's made, how unnatural it is. And if you haven't figured that out by now, I don't know really what to tell you. There's solutions out there. None of them are completely foolproof. But I think the best one is to just sever your ties from that system, okay? Sever your ties as much as possible. That's why we homeschool. That's why we live out the way we do. That's why we live as simple as possible. It's why we grow food for ourselves. All of that. We do all of those things for that reason, because the less we're dependent upon that system, the more free we are. It's very simple. And so you really, really, really need to be getting to that point. Can you be completely self-sufficient? I don't know, maybe not. But you need to be at least enough so that when it's time to finally pull that plug, that you're not going to crash and burn. You need to be at least enough self-sufficient that you can survive. You know, where we're at right now, what we're doing, if we pulled the plug today, can we produce and make up for everything? No, not at all. But we'll survive. We have enough. We know how to do enough. We're capable of doing enough that we'll make it. And that's the whole point, is at least get to a place where you can make it on your own if you have to, because that day may be coming sooner than later. Folks, it's time to wake up. There's no more time to be asleep on this one. The world is getting there, and you need to be getting your houses in order and preparing yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.